Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe IA Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UMass Minutemen, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and will be underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Elliott. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Minutemen offense takes the field and they'll go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's got the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Under fire. He'll pull it down. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Not enough for the first down. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So Louisiana Tech's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coates.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The UMass offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass, it's Lawrence. Finds his man, it's Gray. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. First play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Elliott. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's first down. Here we go, set. Let's send the tight end in motion. Off-play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The give to the single back. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Snags it quickly on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
No, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Lawrence. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he
sends it downfield. gonna score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UMass offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Lawrence. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. UMass will line up to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short.
Let's go, let's go.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. UMass will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be.
Cooler 18, Cooler 18, military stop.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Nice move there. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Grant. Looking downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston.
Second half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be dragged down. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the third. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback may change this route. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now they'll run it on the toss. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great...
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Looking for more room. He's at the touchdown, Minutemen. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got enough for the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. He's at the... and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Elliott. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And they're not on the same page there.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Dropping back, it's Lawrence. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. UMass will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So They'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Forced out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. On 1st and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does.
Let's go.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Lawrence. Fires left. He's got it. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, UMass! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Come on, set.
To the air, it's Grant. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Man, sometimes he's like trying to wrap up a ghost. He's out to the 27. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hooks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on third down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on third down, too. Too big for DBs to cover, too fast for linebackers to cover. That guy's a weapon.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Trick 9B.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give to the tailback. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Coming out with it, it's Hood. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UMass offense returns to the field. The give on the option. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got it in the middle. It's Hodge. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on first down. Finds a man on the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Catch in the middle. It's Hodge. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of...
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The short hands, it's Preston. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Scanning the field, it's Grant. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always